Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Lori, and we are going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that's victim mentality. Victim mentality and ego do kind of live in the same, they're like sisters, so they live in the same area, right? So, and I did a lot of posting on my Instagram about this today as well, because this victim mindset that you have, the mindset of a victim, is going to hold you back. Not only is it going to hold you back, it's going to create really transactional relationships and expectations, right? Because it's this monster that kind of lives in your head, right? That goes, this really sucks. Woe is me, which, by the way, feeling a little bit sorry for yourself from time to time is very, very standard. It's very normal. It's a very healthy thing for you to go, wow, okay, this kind of sucks. I don't like it. So what can I do to get out of it? So it gives you a space to reflect, gives you a space to look for a solution. That's perfectly fine. It becomes a victim mindset when you stay there. Oh my God, my childhood sucked. I'm never going to have friends. All my friends suck. Everybody has friends but me. Everybody has a family. Why did my mom die? Everybody has this. Why can't my relationship be like everybody else? Why? Woe is me. Why did this happen? Instead of saying why me, well, why not you? I mean, as bad as something can be, well, why, what do you mean, why you? Why not you? Right? It's the same thing that I lived with. And I bring this up because I'm literally writing that chapter in my book today. Chapters. I should say it's a chapter, but it's like a long chapter on this whole victim mindset. The one that I had, the one that I was like, why did the molestation happen to me? Why did mom die? Why did this happen? Why can't I be adopted? Like, I was literally hoping I was adopted. I was like, maybe I'm going to find out that I have a family out there and they just gave me up, but now they're ready to have me. Like, you kind of look for those unattainable, unrealistic things, because you're in peril. But you have to understand that when you're in peril, when you're in that mindset, you're never going to see anything other than the negative. Now, that's with anything. That's not just with the victim mindset. That's with anything. If you're getting up on a Monday and you go, it's Monday, I hate Monday. Well, then guess what? Your Monday's going to suck. If you get up and you go, Monday is the best day of the week, I am capable of handling anything that the day sends my way because I only ever have today, doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything in that day is going to be spectacular. It just means that if something does go left, you're able to cope with it because you can handle it. So it's all about this. And another area that victim mentality will hinder you is you're sitting there waiting. You're waiting for someone to come and say, I'm so sorry. You're waiting for someone to feel sorry for you. No, they don't need to feel sorry for you. And that's the first thing that I learned when I was doing my own therapies and my own DBT before I became a person who does that for people, is that radical acceptance. Your ego is going to get very bruised because I'm going to tell you, it is what it is. What you've gone through sucks. I'm not negating it. It's real, but it is what it is. It's not changing. You can't change the past. Until you get to the space of stop looking. I don't think that was good grammar, but whatever. Until you get to that space of being able to stop looking at everybody else's achievements, stop looking at everybody else's journey and go, well, I wish I was further along. Well, why can't I be like that person? Well, have you put all of the effort in? Do you know how long they've been working on it? Do you know the struggles that they still have? Probably not. Because you're looking at what you think you want to see, right? When you see people hanging out with their family on the holidays, because we just got out of the holidays, right? You go, oh my God, I wish I had that. You don't know what their family life is like. You don't know. You have no clue. And even if it is fantastic, good for them. It's okay to celebrate people. It's okay to encourage other people, even if you feel like you don't have whatever it is that you're encouraging them. It's not a them or you. There's enough in this world to go around. There is enough in this universe, I promise you, to go around. But if you sit there and you're living in this place of, why can't I fill in the blank? Why can't I have family? Why can't I have somebody who cares about me? That is a victim mentality. So there's a few areas that if you're catastrophizing, oh my God, this always happens. Victim mentality. Yep. Catastrophic thinking is definitely rooted in victim mentality. Yes, it can be anxiety. Yes, it can be other things, but it's also rooted in victim mentality. The why me is a massive, huge victim mentality. Well, okay, it sucks. I don't know why we get dealt the cards we have. I don't know why bad things happen to good people. And I would go crazy in my brain if I tried to figure it out. And that is the third piece of it. The third piece of that is you are waiting for everything to be fair and just. Yes, we would all love a world where things are fair and just. Yep. The reality is that always going to happen? It's not. If you can do something about something, right? If you can make a bill, if you can bring awareness, if you can do those things, beautiful. That's beautiful. Doesn't mean you're going to change everything, but it means that you're taking an actionable step, an action item to say, I'm going to do what I can do. But then you got to stay in your lane. You can't change the opinion of other people. I say it all the time. My content, I know is effective. It's scientifically proven to be effective. I have experienced it to be effective. If you choose not to do it, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm not going to say you have to do this. I'm giving you the information that if you choose to use those tools, if you choose to adopt them and you choose to be consistent, you're going to see a difference. But I'm not going to sit there and beg you to do it. I'm not going to sit there and check in on you every day and go, are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you getting your clothes out for the night or for the week? Are you prepping your meals? Are you making a plan? Are you journaling in your 5 journals? If you don't do it, and then you start going, well, this sucks and I don't have time and I don't like doing it. Well, that's a you issue. And it's not something that I'm going to adopt, right? So when you're adopting something that somebody else is saying to you, or you're adopting something from a past experience, we can learn a lesson. You can say what you don't want to do. But if you are living in a space of that, if you're living in a space of that, of where you're always sitting and you're always thinking and you're always like, oh my God, why is this happening? And I need to do this. And another thing of victim mentality, yes, anxiety, yes, all of those other things, worrying too much about not having control over the future. Now that's more ego than it is victim mentality. But a lot of times you're going to look at the future and say what you wish would have been different here. So you're not living mindful. See, when you're in a victim headspace, you're not living right now. And even if right now sucks, it's where you need to be. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you get offended by it. That just means I'm definitely talking to you. You never have to worry about if I'm being passive aggressive. I am talking directly to you. Yes, it really sucks. Yes, I needed to be in those dark places. I needed to be there to be where I am today. You can't always see it while you're in it. That's why I'm telling you. And here's another victim mentality. When you say to somebody, let's say it's a therapist, let's say it's a best friend, let's say it's a doctor. And you go, well, yeah, but you just don't understand how bad it is. That is 100% victim mentality. Stop it. Stop Googling your symptoms. Stop Googling to go down a rabbit hole. You're looking for there to be problems. You're not going down the Google rabbit hole so you can see what the solution is. You're not. You're looking at what the worst case scenario is. You are causing your own suffering when you're in a victim headspace. Your mindset of victim mentality is creating your own suffering. I'm doing a whole podcast on this because you are creating that bear. What originally happened will never be your responsibility. Valid. I validate that. You were right. That sucked. It was not your responsibility. Maybe it should have never happened. Maybe you wish it would have never happened, but it did. Okay? Yes, it sucked. But what are you going to do about it now? Are you going to wait for somebody to feel sorry for you? Are you going to wait for somebody to apologize? Are you going to wait and just go, well, I guess this is how I am? That's another victim mentality. It's just how I am. It's just how I am. It's one thing to say, this is how I am, that I'm going to be peace, love, and happiness, because I know I'm always going to grow. But if you're like, well, this is just how I am. Entitlement, right? You're not entitled to something because you had a bad childhood. Sorry, you're not. And this is where you have to get very clear on how you are seeing things, how you are perceiving things. Because it isn't something that is going to benefit you in the long run. Go ahead and look at it. Feel your feelings. You have to feel your sorrow. You have to have your grief. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is a process. You have to process that. That's how you process your trauma. That you have to feel it. You have to bring it back up. You have to reparent yourself. Yes, all valid. And it sucks. It does suck. But it's when you live there. When you refuse, that's your choice. Because it's a mindset. I didn't say you can just pick up and leave. No, you can't always do that. You don't always have the access to do that. But it's how you see it. So you got to ask yourself, it's a call to action. Are you going to see yourself as a victim, or are you going to see yourself as a victor? Because there's two different ways. Are you going to learn from what happened? Meaning learn resilience, learn your coping strategies, seek the help to find those coping strategies. Or are you just going to stay and be like, this sucks, my life sucks? And guess what? Only you can decide that.